Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your girl Cami. So you guys, as I was minding my own business, I just discovered another story of paternity fraud that is so traumatizing. So you guys, listen to the story. A high court judge discovered he is not the biological father of his 3 kids after the DNA test. So you guys, a judge of the Delta State High Court of Nigeria, whose name Anthony Okorodas, has cried out after he allegedly discovered that the 3 children he had with his ex-wife were not his biological offspring. So according to the judge in the statement, his former wife, whose name is Celia Juliet Ototo, walked away from the marriage when the youngest child, who is now 17 years old, was just 6 years old. So he said that he was first notified of the paternity fraud by an anonymous source, saying the repulsive act of Celia prompted him to conduct DNA tests on all his children. So Okorodu described the development as traumatic, saying he and his current wife had wholly responsible for all the well-being and education of the 3 children, 2 of whom are university undergraduates, since their mother walked away 11 years ago. So in a statement, this is what Mr. Okorodu says: I have taken the decision to address the press in respect of certain traumatic developments that have arisen between me and my ex-wife, Barrister Celia Juliet Ototo of the Ototo family of Ovom in Yenogwa local government area of Bayelsa State. It is now nearly 11 years since our separation and divorce. This press statement is important in order to prevent damaging speculation, half-truths, and outright lies from persons who may want to cash in on the tragedy that has befallen my home. Sometime during the coronavirus lockdown early last year, I received information from an anonymous source that indicated that the last of the 3 children from my previous marriage was not, in fact, my biological child. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions at the time, I had to wait until August 2020 to carry out a DNA test. The DNA test result, which came out in September 2020, confirmed that I was not the biological father of the child. Consequently, I convened a joint meeting between my extended family on the one side and Celia paternal and maternal families, and on the other side, where I confronted her with the paternity fraud allegation. Although she initially strongly insisted that I was the biological father, she has since confessed to having the child with another man during the course of our marriage. This repulsive act of my ex-wife prompted me to conduct DNA tests in respect of the 2 other children. A few days ago, the results came out, and sadly, none of them is my biological child. This abomination has caused excruciating mental trauma to me, my present wife, Barrister Mrs. Ebi Okorodas, and all of the innocent children involved. So guys, the judge said that following the development, his current wife had to agree to having DNA tests on the 4 children of our marriage. He added, this is particularly so for Abby, who has had to agree to having DNA tests on the 4 children of our marriage. Thankfully, the test results confirm each of them to be my biological child. It is important to state that Celia walked away from the marriage when her youngest child, who is now 17 years of age, was just 6 years old. Since then, all of her children have lived with my wife, Abby, and with my wife, Abby, and I, and we have been wholly responsible for their well-being and education. Friends who are close to my family would readily attest to the fact that, unless specifically informed, no one could tell that the children were not the biological children of my present wife. Abby and I would continue to support the children in any way that we can. Indeed, even after the release of the DNA of the first DNA test result, which proved that I was not the biological father of the last child. We have continued to pay for his education in a private boarding school. The two other children are university undergraduates. The first, a female, will be a graduate later this year, and the second will soon enter his fourth year of study. We pray for them to overcome the trauma and become responsible citizens of our country. For Celia, her boyfriend or boyfriends, we leave them to their conscience. Thank you very much. So you guys, remember that last month the social media was awash with this allegation that Adamu Nuru, who is the managing director of the First City Monument Bank, had an affair with Moyo Thomas, a former employee of the bank, resulting into the death of Tunde Thomas, her husband. So you guys, remember that we have not even healed from this dramatic FSMB saga, and now this one again. This woman knew very well that 3 children are not for his ex-husband. She did not say anything. So this man discovered himself that 3 of his children he has brought up, catered for them, educationally, emotionally, mentally, everything. And now he discovered they are not his kids after the DNA test. Like, seriously, what I would say, some women are dangerous. Some women fear them. Like, how would somebody keep this secret for like 11 years? You didn't say anything, and you thought that one day you will not be caught. Like, guys, people always talk about men are this, men are doing this and that, but nobody's an angel. Like, some men and some women are very dangerous, and I think they are capable of doing anything. So in this situation, I just feel so sad for the children, because how would they take in the news that knowing that the person they have been calling their father is not their father biologically? This will affect them for the rest of their lives. I don't know how they would look at their mother. This is why some children just disown their mothers, and they are like, you are not my mother, because it's so damaging for the kids. Because it will be very difficult to take in this kind of news that, your mother lied to you, that this is your father, that this is the biggest scam of life. This is the biggest fraud that one would ever do to a person. Like, I think the children will be so traumatized, and that is why the man said that he hopes that the children will be able to become good citizens of Nigeria, and that they will be able to heal, this, because this is, according to him, in the statement, he said that this abomination has caused excruciating mental trauma to me, my present wife, and all of the innocent children involved. So you guys, like, a lot of people are involved in this matter. The wife, him, the children, even the children of the other wife. Like, seriously, I don't know. Like, you guys, this is becoming something else. It's becoming too much, and now Nigerian men are beginning to ask of DNA tests for their children, because this issue of paternity fraud is becoming rather too much, and a lot of men are now going for DNA tests. And I hope that this will not cause more damage than healing, because we have not this about Tunde Moyo Thomas that died. It's I don't know. It's just, I mean, this thing, it has not even finished. We are still healing. This Moyo Thomas that had an affair with the employee in the bank. Like, people are still talking about it, and now this one. Anyway, guys, I don't know what you think about the whole situation, but I think it's rather sad, dramatizing, and dramatic, and I don't know. Anyway, guys, comment down below. Let me hear your opinion, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. I got a premonition, I'm dreaming you and I on the darkest
biggest fears are coming outside. We got a billion races, we got this melody, and you can trust me, baby, we got everything. Call me whenever you feel alone, babe, and when you need to cry, I'll be by your side. Call me whenever you need someone, babe, and when you need to escape from 1,000 fires. I'm gonna kiss you wherever you are, and I'm gonna miss you, I will never lie. Call me whenever you need someone, babe. We're running in the jungle of love. Love. We're running in the jungle of love. Listen to my conditions, I got you on my mind. You were stuck in my head and I don't know why. We got a billion races, we got this melody, and you can trust me, baby, we got everything. Call me whenever you feel alone, babe, and when you need to cry, I'll be by your side. Call me whenever you need someone, babe, and when you need to escape from 1,000 fires. I'm gonna kiss you wherever you are, and I'm gonna miss you, I will never lie. Call me whenever you need someone, babe. We're running in the jungle of love.